Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Flying Fluffy Hockey live stream of Game 4 between the Panthers and Maple Leafs in the second round. Panthers looking to even the series at 2. Leafs looking to go ahead 3-1 in the series. The Charlotte Checkers are moving on to round 3 according to Eisenite. 1-5-2 versus the Providence Bruins face the winner of Lehigh Valley and Hershey. Hershey up 3-0 right now, so it looks like them. Tobias Bjornfoot scored 2 goals in the win. Thank you, Eisenite, for the reporting. Petrovic scored 2. The Jets lost today to the Stars. So the Dallas Stars have taken a 2-1 series lead. Let's see. Tonight's game is on TBS, True TV, and Max. Hello, Donna. How you doing? Christian says, let's tie the series up. Yeah. Yeah, Marlins lost 4-2 to the White Sox. How do you lose a series against the White Sox? You should only be doing that if you're the Colorado Rockies or maybe the Pittsburgh Pirates. So, the Stars.
Yeah, was it 5-2?
I think so.
Yeah. Let me get my drink.
Throughout my career, I would say 95% of the time I played in Florida, I played with a sunburn. Do you have any guidelines playing in Florida in terms of spending time
Real Cinema says, I think the Jets are screwed. They can't win on the road. Dallas already beat them once at home, and Dallas is good in Game 7.
Carter, Vince here. I was just going to ask you if you could wish Brad Marchand happy 37th birthday for me and tell me he could take the night off.
So today is Brad Marchand's 37th birthday. So it's apparently the first time that Brad Marchand has ever played on his birthday. Cap for Life says, ladies and gentlemen, hello. We have 5 minutes to go until puck drop.
Yeah, so maybe.
It's a maybe.
Yeah.
All right, got it. I'll buy you a new white shirt.
Yari says you're just hoping for a good game. Cats need to survive the first period and to play a bit better than last game. There's a rumor that the Marchand-Lundell line will be up against Matthews' line, and the Barkov line is the second line. Yeah. I think that might be what they do. I think that's an adjustment that we made in Game 3 is putting Lundell, Luosterainen, and Marchand up against the Matthews line. All right, so what are your predictions for this game?
Please rise and remove your caps. Here to perform all Canada at the Star Bank Center. Please
need the screen.
Sure.
True patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see their eyes, not true, not strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard you see, bygones early lie, what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose brush bright and bright through their homeland ride. For the wrath we're so gallantly and the rocky
All right.
All right.
And this doesn't have game time. The idea that it's just not reasonable. We've lost our whole defeat to the game too.
All right. Keith Yandel.
That's
Yandel is banging the drum.
interesting. I'm gonna turn off your computer in case that helps.
All right.
I mean, I just don't know.
Who celebrates his 37th birthday today with the winning goal in overtime. Austin Matthews.
All right. Puck is about to be dropped. All right, so the game has started.
All right.
Marchand on the rush. It goes back behind the Toronto net. Lundell gets shoved down by McCabe. Tanev pressured in the corner. Lundell comes away with the puck. Now it's Austin Matthews. So we are having the Lundell,
Yeah.
or should I say the Marchand line playing against the Matthews line. Barkov. It goes back into the corner.
Rodriguez is still up top. Yeah, they didn't change anything. Why should they? Right?
Ekblad with the hit against Tavares. Barkov up ahead. Barkov. Oh, whoa! Oh, wow.
Boy.
Pacioretty collided with his own net.
Ooh, that hurts.
Yeah.
Sometimes you skate back so fast, and all your mind is on denying the puck to the opponent on the offensive side. And
All right, Leafs win the face-off, get the clear. Schmidt sends the puck up ahead.
can't go much farther. Through center ice. They'll skip all the way back into the Florida zone. Nate Schmidt.
Schmidt's trying to collect the puck. Holmberg along the boards and McMahon. Puck sent wide for Hagee, able to collect it.
No.
Bennett on the rush, shot
Oh.
saved by Wall.
Juicy rebound.
Kachuk dumps the puck in.
Uh-oh. Don't start that shit. Really?
Okay, I think the internet might finally be cooperating.
Yeah, it's such an amazing coincidence how it only ever happens at the very beginning of Panthers Toronto games.
Dana says hello.
Right there, he just tries to lift the stick up and around and
Oh.
shoot the puck in.
Oh, he hit Kachuk in the face.
Yeah, Domi.
Okay, I thought they were going to call Kachuk for something. Okay.
We're going on the power play. Max Domi high
I'm just
sticks
so used to
Kachuk.
garbage happening in the first few minutes against this team. I thought for sure he just did something stupid again. Okay.
Hey, Daniel, the beach bum,
thank you,
thank you
Daniel.
for the 2. He says,
Thank you, buddy.
USA, let's go, Cats.
Thank you, Daniel. Held in.
Seth Jones holds the puck in for Hagee, looking. Jones shot,
Oh.
bounces wide. Barkov will choose to pass it around. It goes behind the net over to Reinhardt at the blue line.
Come on, guys.
Barkov
Move that
over
puck
to
a little bit
Kachuk.
quicker.
Goes to Reinhardt. Back to Jones. Barkov shoots, blocked, and it rolls out of the zone. Barkov on the rush. He waits. Verhaeghe shot. It bounced off of wall.
And out. Boy, we're getting rebounds. We got to get somebody up there in front of the net.
All right, so less than 17 minutes to go in the first. Ekblad can't hang on to it. So it turns into a board battle. Rodriguez sends it all the way around to Marchand. Marchand able to pass the puck just in time. Rodriguez and Bennett both trying to reach the puck. Bennett passes the puck. Ekblad sends it wide. Schmidt sends it wide. Bennett able to pass to Schmidt. Ekblad nearly messes up the pass to Bennett. Ekblad over to Schmidt. Over to Bennett. Ekblad, Schmidt at the blue line. Bennett at the circle once again. Schmidt shoots.
Damn it.
Goes wide.
Man, that's that.
Well, that will be the end of the Panthers power play.
All right, well. Let's get the puck out of the zone now.
OEL over to Morgan Riley.
You still haven't cleared from that.
OEL,
good job.
Nylander blew a tire and allows us to finally get the change.
Oh, come on. Don't start those little weak clearing attempts again. All right, good job, Owen.
Lawden shots out of play. True says, I'm liking what I see so far. Got to turn it up another notch.
Did we have a comment that you need to delete?
What?
No, because I forgot to make it subscribers only. I saw you did something. I didn't know if we had a problem already.
I haven't deleted.
Okay, that's why I'm asking.
Trey says, oh, nice, heading to the locker room.
Really? What happened there?
He looked like he was in some pain on the bench. Dana says that Vegas ending was crazy last night.
Wasn't it?
Yeah. Those games should be the early evening games, not the snooze fest that is Canes Capitals. I find it interesting that they had the early game today.
Yeah.
And not yesterday.
Sergei Bobrovsky picked up his 50th playoff win of his lifetime, and he was exceptional, especially in overtime.
Yes, it's Brad Marchand's birthday today.
Oh, that's right.
We win the face-off. Mikola's shot goes well wide. Oh, what a couple of good chances for the Panthers. Dennis says he loves when Gajo tenderizes Leafs against the boards. Rodriguez trying to collect that puck behind the Leafs net, but it is Austin Matthews headed the other way. Bobby McMahon gets erased by Ekblad. Reinhardt able to dump the puck in, but it rolls over to Carlo. For Hagee was able to get enough of that puck, and he sent directly into the Panthers bench.
All right.
Reinhardt. Oh, he just missed. Yeah, Dallas is dangerous.
Scroll the other way a little bit.
But
The chat. Keep going. Keep going.
Living with primary immunodeficiency, I've had to overcome a lot.
Keep going.
Even shopping made me anxious. Navigating the risks of infection, worrying about surfaces, and questioning my every step.
Okay.
But now,
Thanks.
with Hizentra, I'm more protected.
Hizentra is a prescription medicine used to treat PI in patients 2 years ago.
Now my immune system is being restored. With Hizentra, I have a low risk of infections.
Gene says Reinhardt needs to lock in.
Yeah.
Join me as we travel through time to explore the greatest mysteries. Titanic, Lost City of Z, Amityville Horror House. I'm Josh Gates, and I'm back with 18 new expedition files.
A new mystery, Wednesday at 9 on Discovery.
Surinaf says, I got a question. How come Reinhardt gets paid $13 million to miss those shots?
13 million.
You're confusing his jersey number with his with his contract. Good news for the Leafs. Matthew Nyes is back on the bench. So now Kulikov corrals the puck for Hagee and Bennett on the rush. Bennett dumps in for Hagee trying to get the puck from Carlo. Now it's held in by Kulikov. Shot goes wide. Bennett, his pass intercepted, allowing Lawton to clear the puck. Lawton crosses the blue line and leaves it for his teammates who dump in. Schmidt not able to clear the zone.
Okay, that's all.
Typical chat player says, I have faith that Berube isn't going to let the Leafs deviate from their game. In my opinion, the worst fiend for Florida isn't the game one loss. It's the it's how much light was brought to their tactics in game one.
I mean, I think everybody knows how we play.
I mean, Barkov just had a golden opportunity there.
Yeah.
Simon says, hey, guys.
Hey, buddy. That's not going to be icing.
Ekblad will be the first to reach it.
That will be icing. Okay.
Icy. And Marchand with the big hit. Ryan Roy, thank you for
Ryan.
the 5.
Thank you, buddy.
Says, let's go, boys. Let's overflow with donations.
I appreciate that, brother.
Marchand able to pass the puck to Lundell. Lundell dumps in. Wall has to glove it with 11:34 to go in the first. Most career playoff points versus Toronto. Marchand's tied with Henry Richard at 33, behind only Gordie Howe and Alex Delvecchio. Each had 53 playoff points versus Toronto. Face-off in the Leaf zone. Nosek gets tossed out of the face-off circle, so Greer in the face-off against Scott Lawton. Leafs win the face-off. Schmidt able to hold the puck in the zone. Gadjo moves it along to Nosek. Then Schmidt with a shot that rockets past the paint. Hey, Watch Medicine. Thank you for the
Thank
two.
you, Watch. Thank you, buddy. Thanks, bud.
Kulikov with the shot. Watch Medicine says Marchand will deliver 37 hits on his birthday.
That dude's almost as old as I am.
That's offsides.
Yeah.
10:58 to go.
Florida was in game 3. What's going to come here that's going to go here? I want everybody to keep an eye on here on Kulikov. Watch where he ends up. There's no hesitation at all. He goes and look at him. He's already on his toes. He's already skating forward. When you have your defenseman as a forward, when you have your defenseman on
Dana says, like the stream, everyone.
Yeah, appreciate that.
keep plays extended in the offensive zone, only positive things are going to happen because at the end of the day, the best defense.
Jones trying to move the puck along.
200 feet away from your goal.
Kachuk gets some resistance at the boards. Wow.
Oh, are they going to call that?
They're going to call whatever Bobby McMahon just did.
I don't know if he got him up high or something.
You saw that secondary hit, right?
Yeah, I think so. What did he do? Because eventually they're going to even these up. Not that one, not that.
Right there. That's probably interference. What do you think?
If I was a Toronto fan, I'd be like, come on, we're calling that in the postseason. That's a penalty in February. I don't know about May. I mean, it's a penalty, but making the call, I'm not crazy about that because that means they're going to call that when we do it.
Barkov shoots.
Oh.
Reinhardt has to bat it down. Jones unable to handle it. Silva says, what the hell? This game isn't following the script. Kachuk dumps the puck in. Reinhardt gets obliterated by Benoit.
Keep your head up, Reinhardt.
Hey, Ryan Roy, thank you for the
Hey, thank you, Ryan. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan.
I said, let's donate, boys. Come on.
I appreciate that, man.
Bennett passes the puck. It was intended for Ekblad. Rolls to Schmidt at the blue line. Ekblad with the puck. Over to Schmidt. Bad pass to Marchand.
Come on, Schmidt. Put it
Schmidt.
in. Damn it.
It deflects wide.
Getting opportunities, man.
Yeah, the Colorado Rockies fired their manager, Bud Black.
All right.
Bennett with the puck. Still 15 seconds left on the power play. Back to Ekblad. Bennett shot.
Damn it.
Shot blocked. Schmidt over to Ekblad. Only a few seconds left on the power play. Power play over. Oh, what a save by Wall.
Good setup.
A good setup, but not enough to score. The Rockies have a 7-33 start to the season and just lost yesterday to the San Diego Padres 21-0.
Jesus. Yeah.
Jim in Florida says, you know Toronto is getting the next 2 power plays.
Right.
Puck sent into the neutral zone.
What did they call it?
I'm not sure.
Living with primary immunodeficiency, I've had to overcome a lot.
Ricardo says, where's Pat LaFontaine when you need him? What would be the equivalent of a 21-0 loss in hockey?
Jesus.
I'm not sure why they stopped the play. I think someone had on the broadcast said a door along the wall was open.
Oh, okay. So what would be the hockey equivalent of 21-0?
Jeff says 8-0.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop
8-0. Yeah, I was gonna say 10-0, but I think 8-0 sounds about right. Yeah.
They said if you want it more than the other guy, it's yours. But out here, there's no such thing as wanting it more than the other guy. Really, it's your childhood dream, you say. What do you think this guy was dreaming about? Or this guy? Or him? So forget every motivation that was dreaming and this. Everyone's going to give the exact same thing.
My niacin from 2 hours ago is kicking in now.
Huh.
That's why I'm so itchy.
Trey says, good news, it should be 2-0 Panthers. Bad news, it's still tied at 0.
You get some chances, you got the right guy shooting, the pocket doesn't go for him. So you don't want to slow down and lose that confidence because it eventually bleeds into your 5-on-5 game. But I think 3 of our last 4 power plays are great. Puck's just not going in. Thanks very much. Good luck. Okay,
Yeah, no one scored in the first 30 seconds of the game this time.
Right.
Icy says, did you see Yandel was banging the drum?
Yeah.
Oh, Stuckling says Seth Jones on the power play is a huge downgrade from OEL last season.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Okay.
Rodriguez with the puck. It rolls away from the Leafs. Rodriguez able to collect it.
Oh.
Tries to set up Reinhardt, but it goes into the corner. Barkov and Reinhardt.
Oh, that's out.
But we have Luosterainen with the puck. Or should I say he's pursuing it. Lundell's shot. The rebounds, man.
Yeah, he's giving up some rebounds.
We once again have the Luosterainen, Lundell, Marchand's line against the Matthews line.
Mm-hmm. Bubba,
Wow,
Bubba.
Matthews denied
Good job.
by Bob.
That's what you need there.
Typical chat player says, how stupid can the Panthers be to give not 1, not 2, but 3 championship players to their rising divisional rival? Well, I mean, you can't
Not like we traded him.
You can't say no, free agent. You cannot go to Toronto.
Yeah.
6:45 to go in the first. Bennett's now in the face-off. Marner sends one wide off the face-off. Kulikov trying to keep the puck away from Marner and Matthews. It'll roll over to Schmidt. Sends it to Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe able to keep the puck on his stick as he enters the zone. Benoit pressuring Bennett. Verhaeghe unable to collect it.
Is that another penalty?
Un-
Are you kidding me?
Wow. Matthew Nyes gets called for. Matthew Nyes
Did
gets.
he high stick?
Oh,
Did he? They will show it from the other end. I guess it must be a high stick. I didn't hear him.
could we score on this power play, please? This is our third power play of
Jeez.
the first period. It's 3 penalties taken by Toronto. It'd be nice to capitalize. Third time's the charm? Maybe?
Broken stick.
Broken stick, are you kidding? Jones with the puck. Over to Reinhart. Kachuk sends it up behind the net.
And out.
And cleared again by the Leafs. Bob leaves it for Jones. Jones over to Reinhart. Barkov enters the zone. He chooses to pass to Kachuk. Jones nearly loses the puck. Verhaeghe has to send it to Kachuk in the corner.
What?
Kachuk sent it
Chucky?
to the middle.
God damn it. Can we put somebody else in Chucky's spot?
Less than a minute to go on the power play. We have not even had a shot attempt on this power play yet. Bennett with the puck. Marchand's. Oh, what a crazy deflection. Marchand with the puck. It goes back to him.
And that's held in.
Held in by Ekblad. Marchand back to Schmidt. Back to Ekblad. Shot. Stopped by Wool. Hey.
Honestly, they need to put Marchand in Chucky's spot on the first power play unit. Is that
Hey, Daniel,
Hey,
thank you for the
Daniel.
5.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
Says Jaws is right. These are February penalties, but in our favor, which feels weird.
It feels weird. Yeah, I'd like to see Marchand and Chucky's spot on that first power play unit.
I'd rather not wear out Marchand because he's so critical to the third line.
Right. I mean, he's out there on the second unit, though. So, no way!
Holy shit! Did the Leafs just delay of game? OEL might have committed an oopsie.
Good Lord. If they call this, we're not going to get another power play the rest of the game.
Let's see.
That doesn't look like it grazes anything.
No, it goes out.
That is...
I don't think. Let's see.
No, it does not hit anything.
Mark Dwyer, Francis Sharon, the referees tonight. We'll hear from Mr. Dwyer.
So,
I mean, I'm happy, but if we get 4 power plays in the period and get nothing out of it, it's a little bit, you know, to Toronto's advantage.
so OEL gets called
So
for
we got 2 seconds of 5-on-3.
2 seconds of 5-on-3, and then yet more 5-on-4. The Panthers have had 4 power plays
Jeez.
in this first period. None for the Leafs is the most surprising part of that. Jones,
Damn it.
bounces high. Kachuk, yeah,
there
for
we go.
Hagee.
Right.
What
There
a
we go.
setup.
Beautiful. Like I said, keep Kachuk on the top power play. Exactly
Wow.
what I said.
Sure.
You can rewind it. I said exactly. Keep them there.
So the Panthers
The
finally
room is bugged. You know damn well.
capitalize
the room is
on the power play.
bugged. All right. Very good.
I mean, what a pass. First, Barkov
Beautiful.
was that Benediano's. That was Kachuk. Kachuk with a perfect pass for Hagee.
Dave Toto on the bench. Jaws is bitching about you, telling you to take your job off.
So yeah.
That'd be a good clip, though, actually.
So for Hagee with the goal and Matthew Kachuk still able to make
Yes.
beautiful passes even when he clearly is not playing 100%. So
Uh-oh. Hey, don't do anything stupid now.
Holmberg tried to set up Carlo in front. Luckily, the puck bounces favorably.
Here comes Chucky.
Kachuk looking for Hagee. Now we seem to be skating just a little faster.
Yeah. Oof.
Now it rolls into the corner. It is cleared. Schmidt dumps it in. Yeah, the swag is back, but
Yes.
I would not be surprised if the Leafs up their aggressiveness in an attempt to answer. They
Yeah,
probably...
you need to get out of this period with a lead with 4 power plays.
Yeah. Well, they might try and use the similar strategy that they employed in Game 2, which is basically try to outskate us with their speed.
Right.
And then frustrate us into making the mistakes that would result in a tie game or worse.
Okay.
All right. So it only took 4 times.
Right.
It only took 4 power plays in a row for the Panthers to finally score on the man advantage. I'm sure Toronto fans must be very understanding and reasonable of that sequence of events. It's hilarious because the last penalty the Leafs took was the most, you've got to call that.
Well, the first one you have to call the high stick.
You have to call the high stick. You have to call the delay of game.
What did they call knives for? Was it on
boarding?
No, not the one where you hit for Hagee on the board. What the third one? The one that made it the first penalty of what would have been the 5-on-3. Did they was it a hook or did they actually get another high stick? They didn't show another.
Hungry Xenomorph thinks Nice was hooking.
Jeez, so that's like
Cruise Control says Swaggy back, love the defense. Joel says Leafs fan here. We're gonna gas ourselves in the second, then get blown out in the third. You've seen this game before. Lady Sky says Dangle just said Colin Campbell gifted us that goal.
Yeah. Oh. Oh my God, that guy. I mean, come on, Steve.
It's a little bit early for Steve to be employing the copium.
Well,
I mean,
it's just. He needs to be a little bit more responsible with. Yeah, but whatever.
but like McGowan says, I can't believe Colin Campbell paid OEL to shoot the puck right out of
Yeah.
the rink.
Exactly.
Okay, Morgan Riley able to keep the puck away from Reinhart. But the Panthers need to keep it up. We saw what happened in game 2 when we tried to.
Offsides.
Oh, it's offsides. We saw what happened in game 2 when we kept taking leads. Toronto kept tying, kept taking the lead. And then eventually it was Toronto taking the leads. And then we were struggling to even tie it. JC with the hyperbole towards the Leafs fans. JC, from personal experience, not all Leaf fans are delusional and insufferable.
No, we have plenty of good Leaf fans here.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Okay, that puck rolls towards Lundell. Yeah, you have to assume that the Leafs are going to press
right?
to get this game tied before the end of the first, which would be honestly a major W for them if they somehow tied.
If they somehow tied it, yeah. In the period.
2 minutes to go in the first. Panthers out shooting the Leafs 13-5. Kachuk with the puck. He waits. He really has to pick and choose where to pass. It's mid! The puck was just sitting there for Hakey, and he couldn't turn on the brakes fast enough. Now he rolls into the zone, flips it towards the net. I thought for a second if that went in. Kulikov able to get the puck away from Lorenz. Schmidt passes it up ahead. Now that's Reinhardt able to get past 3 Leafs players. Let's see. Last minute of play in the first. We collect the puck. Reinhardt shoots.
Damn.
Good save by Wall. Yeah. Rodriguez with the puck moving behind the nets. It bounces backwards. OEL will able. He does not get the clear. And Rodriguez is right there. Forsling with a blistering shot saved by Wall. Lundell gets rubbed out by Pacioretty, but he returns. Marchand able to pass it to the blue line. Forsling sends it around the nets. 20 seconds to go. Leafs appear to finally get the clear. Craig thinks Chucky looks way better.
He looks better when skating straight lines. He does look better than he did the first 2 games of this series. That's for sure.
Yeah, he's no longer a complete liability on
the first 2
ice.
games of the series. It looks like he couldn't even pass a puck right.
Yeah, that's a good save.
Yeah, a good save.
That was a stick save against Reinhardt. So the Panthers, after 1, have a 1-0 lead. I am so glad we actually managed to score on the power play. Took long enough. Okie dokie. So I love the starts by the Panthers. We picked up right where we left off from Game 3. Defense looking good. Offense was finally able to capitalize on the fourth power play. About half of those penalties that the Leafs took were ones that need to be called, high sticking, delay of game. The other half are they are penalties, but you like Jaws said, you usually see them called in February, not in May. Hey Jeff, thank you for the 5. He says shots on goal 15-4 Panthers. Can we get more of that? Yeah, we're not looking flat and gassed tonight. We just need to keep up this pace of play for the next 40 minutes. Sereneth has a question. Are the Panthers good or the Leafs not playing their best hockey? I mean, both could be true. The Leafs are not playing terrible. But the Panthers are playing eons better than they were in Game 1, Game 2, and the start of Game 3. Yeah, we did not surrender a goal in the first 30 seconds of the game, and we did not surrender a goal the entire first period. Drew, you should have seen Tkachuk in the first couple of games. He was way worse than he is tonight. Tkachuk is no longer a complete liability on the ice. He made a beautiful pass to Verhaeghe on that power play goal. Sure. Goat Slayer says not a bad period, but need to capitalize on all the power play opportunities.
Chemistry, and you can't predict what's going to work. It just happens.
TNT Sports on True TV. Your new destination for sports moments every night starting at 7 Eastern.
There you go.
Okay. Sergio says he never heard commentators talk about a team getting dominated for the entire period like they just did. Best period of the series.
I mean, we played well.
Yeah, we played well.
Right. But now comes the second period.
Yeah, now comes the second period.
Here's something you really don't want to do. Take 4 minor penalties in the first period on the road. Eventually, you're going to get run. That's what happened in Toronto. Tkachuk over to part of
Yeah. I like this first period. At the same time, I am aware that that the Leafs are probably going to try and rally in the second period.
And obviously, taking 4 penalties, you're going to get pushed back. But it's so hard as a team to get back on track when you take 4 penalties.
It'd be nice for the Panthers to keep up this level of play throughout essentially the entire game. Yeah, Bob already has one stellar save tonight against Austin Matthews. Just Kachucking around says, keep the pressure up, but the Leafs are going to change their whole system, and the Cats need to adapt.
It's just like literally you couldn't have drew it up.
Gio Kali says, that was Panthers hockey. Yeah. We need to keep playing like that. Gene says, wish we could have at least gotten 2 goals after such dominance.
30-9. Are you going to turn that inside out?
Well, I just want to remind Edzo, it's an ambassador.
Yeah, it would have been nice. It would have been nice to get 2 power play goals out of 4 opportunities. At the same time, the Panthers were outplaying the Leafs. The Panthers were outplaying the Leafs so much in that first. It is a good sign that we actually were able to capitalize on our play. One shift at a time. I agree with Strafossi. Yari says Rodriguez is a bull. It's fun to see him drawing 2 Leafs to him and getting away with the puck too.
Quick shoulder check from Matthew Tkachuk. Why does he shoulder check? Because this allows him to make that play before the puck's on his tape. So then quick on the stick, off the stick, and couple shifts before the puck is rolling. So learning how the ice was there in Florida. Apparently on that stick, the ice was. And the one thing, the cave obviously.
It's wonderful to see. It's wonderful to see for Hagee score. Hot Dog asks, why did 3 of our players from last year go to the Leafs? Free agency. They got paid.
Extremely frustrating, and Oliver Ekman-Larsson, I'm sure, is kicking himself in the rear end of the locker room. He had so much time and space there. He gets that. They get the 200-foot clear, and all of a sudden the 3 penalties are killed.
True says Biz was such a tough guy, but he's so scrawny in the commercial where he's in the shower. I hope I never fall apart like that. Yeah, a Marchand's goal for his birthday would be wonderful. Although I'm sure he must already be happy with his game-winning overtime goal in Game 3.
One of the storylines for me right now, and it's always been Florida's forecheck. My concern, and we talked about it with Talk it last
Trey says it's the same reason Nice will be a Blackhawk this fall. I'm pretty sure a Leafs Nation will have a tea party of their own if Nice was traded like that. Or not.
What needs to happen moving forward here is the Leafs forward need to get a few, if not a lot, offensive zone possessions. They need to cycle and start wearing the other team's D-net. And also,
I always see there is this very interesting variation of the Panthers jersey that I spot every now and then in the Panthers crowds. In one of the corners of the rink, quite visible on certain camera angles, there's this guy in the arena right now. He's wearing a Panthers jersey that's reds with the old Panthers logo, but it has yellow shoulders and I think yellow like we're talking bright yellow, not the flat gold, the bright yellow on the shoulders, yellow rings around the armbands, and it's the leaping cats. I have never seen that before. True says that's the Vamos Gatos jersey. Derek thinks must be a starter type of jersey. I don't think it's the Vamos Gatos jersey because it has the original Panthers logo. Yari says, just hoping this mood continues to the second period. What do we think of Seth Jones' play? He's essentially Seth Jones, if you want to boil it down, for better and for worse, Seth Jones is essentially like having a second Ekblad on the team. Right, Dad? Ariel says, go Cats, we dominated that first period. Gotta keep the gas pedal to the metal. Let's see.
Own a dishwasher but only use it for storage or as a drying rack? Get better results than hand washing with your dishwasher and Cascade Complete. Your dishwasher does the work for you with temperatures up to 140 degrees. Too hot for hands. Some dishwashers even have a sanitizing cycle. Load pots, pans, and tableware at the bottom with plastic and glassware on top. Cascade Complete removes visible and invisible residue for virtually spot-free and shiny dishes. Switch to your dishwasher and Cascade Complete.
With new mixing bowl mashup plus fan favorite s'mores, the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu calls for a trade proposal. Try the new DQ Summer Blizzard menu because nothing says summer like baseball and blizzard treats.
This year, 2 groups of veterans and 2 teams of rookies compete to renovate 4 identical houses with their own signature style.
In the ultimate neighborhood knockout. We're gonna keep things.
So I guess in the 90s, in the 90s, there was something called the starter fashion jerseys, basically color swapped jerseys made for fans. And that's where the yellow Panthers jersey comes from. Basically, they were reverse retros before reverse retros. Hang on.
I'll be right here by the door.
Scott. Okay. All right. That does not appear to be the jersey, unless I'm not seeing it.
I didn't see that. I'll have my vengeance, buddy. I will have my vengeance. You're going down, Gans. I'm coming for you.
Great job, Gans.
I think Biz just swore to get vengeance on Keith Yandel.
Mounjaro helps your body regulate blood sugar. It can help you eat less food. Plus, 3 out of 4 people reached an A1C of less than 7%. And people lost up to 25 pounds. take Montreal if you're allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary, thyroid cancer, or multiple.
Yeah, I am searching.
Readjustable base. Get mad-
I am not finding a similar jersey.
Chewy orders on the way for Rex. Who Rex everything he gets his jaws on. So mom and dad use Chewy live chat to learn that puppyhood can last.
Up to 2 years.
And to get helpful tips on getting Rex under control. Like trying enrichment toys. And maybe a crate.
David Smith, I was looking for a Panthers jersey, bright yellow and red.
For life with pets, there's Chewy.
Rogelio says we need to take care of the neutral ice in this second period.
Decking and railing that's ready for anything you throw at it. Or on.
Craig says we gotta play smart.
Tracks. Performance engineering.
Craig says gotta play smart because the makeup calls will start.
Yeah, the first time we so much as breathe on a guy, we're gonna get called. I mean, we can't.
Yeah.
We can't complain about it either. It's gonna happen.
Maybe I'm hoping that during the play, one of the guys in the arena tonight, in the corners, very visible on one of the camera angles, he's wearing a Panthers jersey that's very unusual. I think it's the original logo.
Right.
It's reds,
Right.
but with yellow shoulders and yellow around the armbands.
Huh.
So it seems to be completely different from, there is a Panthers yellow jersey that's like
Right.
yellow.
Right.
That was one of the 90s starters
90s
fashion
yeah.
jerseys.
Yeah.
So I have no idea.
Do you still need this?
I mean, not really.
Okay.
If you want to save your eyes,
It helps my eyes.
it helps my eyes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That works.
Here we are, the start of the second period.
Okay.
I think it must have been true. I think Keith Yandel put a shirt on the Panthers drum and called Biz an idiot. And Biz literally was on the broadcast during intermissions, basically saying he'd get his vengeance against Yandel. All right. So Tanev with the puck in his own zone. So McCabe with the puck passes over to Tanev. Tavares at the blue line dumps it in. Pacioretty trying to collect it from Ekblad. Now it's a board battle between Ekblad, Reinhardt, Pacioretty, and Tavares. Rodriguez comes away with the puck, and he will pass it to Reinhardt. Is it just me, or did everyone get turned on to slow motion for the start of this second period? Reinhardt with the puck flips it towards Wall. Wall makes the stop. 18:47 to go in the second. Panthers lead shots 16-4. True says more thumbs up. Hit the like button.
Thank you, brother.
All right, face off in the Leaf zone.
Let's go off the draw here, boys.
Kachuk, Kulikov has two. Schmidt, buddy. Yarncrook pursues Schmidt. Schmidt able to pass to Bennett, who is able to pass it to, who was that? Kulikov going off the ice?
Yeah.
Lorenz, a good
job
play by
Verhaeghe.
Schmidt. Schmidt was the guy who initially disrupted it, I believe.
Yeah, but Verhaeghe came back to cover the 2-on-1 and made it 2-on-2.
Yeah, two men back at all times.
Yes.
That is one of the golden rules. Oh,
Good job.
Yarncrook could not handle
Oh, here we go.
Gadjo with the puck.
Oh, damn.
Another save
That's
by
out.
Woll. We choose to reset in the neutral zone. Mikkola with the puck. Sends it up ahead. It flips into the zone. Gadjo pursuing. Morgan Riley able to pass it around. Forsling, Greer. Shot saved by Woll.
Oh,
Puck collected by Holmberg. I have to remember Holmberg is 29 and Yarncrook is number 19. Bobby McMahon pressured. Luosterainen with the puck. He sends it around to Marchand. Rolls the Forsling at the blue line. Nosek able to keep it alive, at least for a few seconds. Now it rolls all the way down. That will be icing by the Leafs with 16:47 to go. I think we're leading shots like...
well, 4 power plays. Right?
No, I mean to start this period, it's been like 4 or 5 to 1.
Let's see.
Right there, excellent job by the goal scorer from our AT&T connected.
Damn, that was a good setup to
Yeah.
Bennett. Wolf just had the save. That's Let's see. Marchand cycling with the puck.
Oof.
Lundell able to keep the puck alive for the Panthers. Seth Jones has trouble with it. Forced to send it to the corner. Cleared. I think that's another icing. Wow. 16:22 to go in the second. Barkov in the face-off circle. Against Max Domi. We win the face-off. Kulikov over to Reinhardt, over to Barkov behind the nets. Barkov looking for somewhere to pass the puck. Reinhardt chooses to pass back to the defense. There were too many men in the front. Rodriguez got pinned by McCabe. Now Barkov able to pass it back to the blue line. Reinhardt sends it over to Erod. Rodriguez. Schmidt.
Damn.
Puck out of play, 15:45. Hot Dog says, bro, Jones has butterfingers.
Sometimes.
Ekblad 2.
Ekblad Jr., yeah.
Isn't Jones older?
Yeah, pretty much. I think so. Surprised Rodriguez didn't get 2 for embellishment there.
15:45 to go in the second. at least for now, looking like more or less the same game from the first periods.
Right.
Hey, Ryan.
Hey, thank you, Ryan.
Ryan, thank you for
buddy.
the 2. Says,
Thanks, bud.
do my chats not show unless I'm a member? No, pretty much anyone can comment on the chat.
Yeah.
It's super chats that we on our screen super chats show up as specially colored comments.
Right, that's how we know.
That's how we know someone is just super chatted. But I also like to read. I'll look at the chats I'll look at the chat every so often and read comments that I think are funny, or people say hello.
Right.
Like to say hello back. So I think they're gonna call that on Luosterainen.
Getting something. You knew that was coming.
Yeah. I mean, Luosterainen.
It's not as weak as the boarding call.
No, I think they're getting him for tripping because he had the knee behind Matthews and Matthews fell to the ice.
I mean, you knew they were going to make something up, but, make it up.
I mean, the Panthers had 4 straight power plays in a row. Yeah. Reinhart gets the clear.
Now let's watch us get a shorty. It just sucks that it's Luosterainen because he's just about our best penalty killer.
Nylander leaves it for Matthews. Matthews enters the zone, immediately pressured by Lundell and Marchand. Marner has trouble corralling it. Now he passes to Nylander. Back to Marner.
A missed opportunity to get a clear.
Forsling blocks a shot. Matthews behind the net passes to Nylander. Marner at the blue line. Tavares at the circle. Tavares back to Marner. Matthews was probably hoping to get that puck to Nyes. I don't like Nyes being that close to Bob with no one around him. That dude has been a thorn in our side the entire series.
The goalers just don't let the puck get to him.
Forsling with another block. Ekblad trying to get that puck, but it is Matthews who passes it to Nylander. Tavares nearly gets a chance to shoot there. Nylander once again collects the puck, trying to fool Lundell. Marchand, Forsling both defending. Nylander, Matthews, that shot ricochets past the net.
10 seconds left on the
Nylander shoots deflected.
Ekblad. Can he get the clear?
No. Marner.
Here we go. Damn it. Thought Marshy was going to get it.
Puck rolls wide.
It off. And that's going to not be icing. Here comes Luosterainen.
Luosterainen on the rush. He has shot for Forsling blocked. Luosterainen will reach the puck.
Yeah, everybody else is tired, so
Bennett.
They got to get off the ice.
Stop the game. I want to get off. Jones shots.
That was a good shot.
Rolls high. McMahon lost the edge. Puck stalls along the boards. Batted down. Hand pass called.
We'll take the
with
whistle there.
12:19 to go in the second.
Whew. Don't do that with the camera. Right? What the hell's wrong with these people?
It's the teacup front.
Good Lord.
Whee!
Right? So it wasn't just me, right? Jeez.
Living with primary immunodeficiency, I've had to overcome a lot. Even.
All right.
Yes, so we get a good penalty kill. We get a good penalty kill. I do not see any signs so far of the Panthers falling into the mistakes that undid them in games 1 and 2. It was an adventure of a penalty kill. Trey says their utter refusal to clear the zone has undoubtedly taken years off my life.
Right?
Yes, Mikala is playing.
Yeah.
Trey says they were like, Bob needs shots.
Right? All right. We need 2 more goals here. By us.
All these series ended up 2-1.
Yep. Wouldn't be shocked to see them all get 2-2.
Well, hopefully that would start with tonight.
Yes.
Benoit dumps the puck in. Bob passes it to Schmidt. Schmidt's able to send it up ahead. Bounces off the glass. Battle in the corner.
I know.
Wall settles the puck down. Morgan Riley waits for his line mates to change. Jones racing Marner. No, excuse me. That can't be Marner. That's Yarncrook. While Rodriguez able to get the puck, can he pass the right? Oh my God! Did you see what I thought?
Did.
I thought for a second, that would have been highlight reel for years to
say
come.
the least. Damn.
Right there. It
So
just went
close.
wide, and then
Barkov
got an opportunity. So we are at 11:04 to go in the seconds. 11:04 with a face-off inside the Leaf zone. Luosterainen versus Matthews. Leafs win the face-off. So, Marchand, puck's taken by Nyes. Marner.
There's a block shot. Can he get to it, Verhaeghe? Marchand, excuse me. Oh.
Lundell with the shot. Deflected.
Oh, come on. That's not a holding this. Jesus.
Marchand
And they
dumps
didn't
the puck.
call it.
Luosterainen with a decent hit against Tanev. Puck sent all the way over to Nylander. Only Forsling is there. Bob makes a save. Yeah. Face-offs continue to be one advantage the Leafs still have over us, especially in their own zone. Nylander with the puck. They're gonna call Bennett.
Yep, of course. All right, that's the two we knew were coming. That's the two we knew were coming. I mean, they practically held the stick of Marchand for 10 seconds and got nothing.
Brandon White says, "Let's go, boys. Let's go, Cats." 9:50 to go, so we're just over halfway. Well, I mean, it's skate on skate contact.
Yeah, skate on skate. That's both. All four of them have been weak. 2 against us, 2 for us. They've just been weak. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Maybe we'll score shorthanded this time. When was our last shorthanded goal? Not just a playoffs, but the regular season. I mean, there was a few weeks where we were near automatic shorthanded.
Yeah.
Roger is calling for a Marchand shorty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's what you want to do. Save hundreds.
Go Kachuk from Twitch says, didn't start good against the Leafs in the first 2 games, but we're going to come back. I'm calling it. Metallic says the fact that we're out shooting them 23-7 is honestly really concerning.
We'll get another.
Chief, you guys got a little bit of penalty trouble in the first one. We had 1 shot down. What do you need to see from your power play? Well, I like the last looks. I thought we were attacking and moving it, getting some looks. We just got to execute a little bit better. I think, there's a lot of pressure coming with their PK, but if we can make 1 or 2 good passes and then attack.
Thank you very much. Good luck. Thank you. And the pressure, one way to relieve the pressure is be afraid to move the puck from side.
I guess they're doing some ice repair around Bob's net.
There's a beautiful shot block there for Brad Marchand. And then the great play there by Marner, not once, but twice.
Just sticking with it, able to play to the end.
JC says the guy was holding Marchand's stick so long he retaped it for him.
Your top players get some offensive touches here. So that first period was pretty much defending and penalty killing.
One thing that they did do there in the last power play is that
I wouldn't say we're getting goal leads tonight, Shadow Wolf. Leafs still have decent defense.
Yeah, it's just even, just very even.
Yeah.
Shots on goal is, we're playing well. I can't complain.
Yeah. Reinhardt will just kill as much time as possible. Oh, Reinhardt with the shots. What a stop by Wall. Wow.
I mean, they made the opportunity. Damn.
That was one of the best scoring chances we've had.
Yeah.
It's like Matthews just forgot about Reinhardt being right behind him. And then Woll has to glove that puck. Good shot. Just Duckling says it could be worse. Stuart Skinner could be your goalie.
Yeah.
Now Matthews enters the zone, passes over to Nyes. Mikkola able to poke the puck out, but it will return to Matthews, who sends it right back to Nylander. And that will roll out of the zone.
Good job.
Mikla. Okay, we
Another
get
clear.
another clear. 9 minutes to go in the second. Oh, who is that? That's
Whoa.
Marchand. Ekblad.
Oh, damn it.
Damn, Nosek was right there.
Right there. Oh, they got him for the trip.
Wow.
Yeah. They got him for the trip.
Toronto.
Even that out.
Toronto takes another penalty. It'll be 4-on-4 for almost a minute.
Okay.
Beck says, are we winning in the face-off circle?
I don't know about that. Oh, no.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, I mean,
Marner takes a pretty stupid penalty, honestly. So it'll be 4-on-4 for 57 seconds. And we have Lundell, Marchand, Forsling, and Ekblad out there. I like it. So Lundell sends it behind the net. Ekblad holds it in the zone. Marchand gloved by Woll. Hungry Xenomorph says Colin Campbell strikes again. Yeah, Woll has been making save after save tonight. He is probably the biggest reason why this is still a 1-0 game. Lady Sky asks, is this the sloppiest the team has ever played in the playoffs? WTF is up with the Leafs. What a steal. Oh, man, Marchand's nearly succeeded in stealing that puck and having wide open shot right in front of Woll. Lawton enters the zone, puck taken away from him by Forsling. Ekblad clears the zone. Lundell keeps it on his stick, waiting, chooses to pass it to Ekblad. Now it'll be back in the neutral zone.
Oh, that settled down.
Ekblad, Forsling settle it down.
Power play now.
We are on the power play for a minute. Jeff thinks there's a pep in our step tonight. Reinhardt dumps the puck in. Kachuk over to Jones at the blue line. Verhaeghe shoots. It bounces to Kachuk. Kachuk, he tried to feed it to Reinhardt, and instead it'll go to Seth Jones.
Damn it. Oh.
We held it in. Verhaeghe chose to pass to Kachuk, and then Reinhardt cannot hold it in the zone. Verhaeghe looking. 7 minutes to go in the second. Barkov shot wide. And that will be the end of the power play. So that makes us 1 for 5.
Yeah.
We had better chances on the penalty kill.
I know. That's okay. Maybe the refs feel it's evened up now, so now they'll just let everything go. There's honestly 2 weak calls against Toronto and 2 weak ones against us, so it's all fair.
All right. Riley over to OEL. OEL chooses the pass to Tavares, sends it up for Nylander. Forsling and Marchand able to prevent a shot on goal. It's a 3-on-2 the other way. Forsling passes to Ekblad, passes to Rodriguez. Oh, he still got a shot off. Saved by Woll.
Damn.
Ekblad sends it up ahead. Lusterine. Oh,
damn
Dwyer
it.
had a good opportunity on that
So
rebound.
many chances.
Seth Jones will have to watch out. Matthews is hot on his tail. Lusterinen, bad pass. Matthews able to dump it in, but it will roll over to Marner. Jones and Nyes. Now Lusterinen and Lundell fighting for the puck.
Good job, yeah.
Nyes with the puck, forced to pass to Marner. Benoit over to Tanev. It goes back behind the nets. The cameraman had no idea where that puck was.
All right, good
Bob
job,
with
Bubba.
the save. 4:38 to go. This is the first real amount, the first significant amount of offensive zone time that the Leafs have had. Gene says Woll is standing on his head.
Yeah.
Metallic Coaster says, "Can we please score?"
You could win a trip to the Stanley Cup playoffs. Enter on the Great Clips app. Your shot to win.
Yeah, it'd be nice to score for sure.
Wow, DraftKings, that's an aggressive offer. Right, Paul Bissonnette?
Yeah, great on.
Biz? What's with them?
I've watched a lot of hockey from the Penguins.
Trey says, "Guys, Bob doesn't need shots. Clear the goddamn zone."
It's nice to have fans.
New customers turn $5 into $200 instantly in bonus bets for the Stanley Cup playoffs. The crown is yours.
Life moves at the speed of hockey, but you can count on Enterprise, home or away, to always be there. No matter where for lives and drives.
Okay, I put hot dog in timeout because he insists he started spamming Woll as a scrub and will be out of the league in 2 months. I have no idea why Hot Dog has such raging hatred for Joseph Woll.
Maybe who's the third goalie for Toronto? Maybe it's their burner account.
Derek says Hot Dog is on a roll with being punished. Mercenary says the score makes me nervous. Greer in the face-off circle. Leafs win the face-off but cannot hold it in the zone. Riley collects it. Carlo again sends it up to Morgan Riley. Gadjo. Schmidt trying to keep the puck away from the Leafs. Carlo's shot goes wide. And that's not icing. Takes a Leafs bounce. McMahon enters the zone. Schmidt, Ekblad with the pressure. Domi sends it. It goes over to the opposite side of the zone. Rodriguez chipping it in. Yeah, I put Hot Dog on timeout because he started with the spamming about Joseph Woll again. Just timeout. Rodriguez gets the puck taken away from
him. He almost put it in off of their guy.
Forsling over to Barkov. Shot.
Man.
Another save by Woll. What else is new?
Uh-oh.
Why is Nylander on the partial breakaway? Bob able to glove it.
Forsling was back. No penalty taken.
Thank God.
Shit's going to happen. You know what I mean? Once or twice a game, not 3 times a period. You know what I mean?
Gene says, can Wall stop standing on his head? Surely his neck is starting to hurt.
Right?
Watch Medicine says Portillo's hot dog in Chicago is the best hot dog in the country. 3:12 to go in the second. Panthers lead shots 30-13. I mean, the 5 power plays surely affects that statistic just a little bit. Puck sent wide of Bobrovsky. Nice trying to.
Oh, for freaking hell.
We are going back on the penalty kill.
It's so obvious that they're making up for the first period. It's just. Where? Oh, come on. Matthews had already fallen down.
All right. All right, so we're back on the penalty kill.
Christ, these refs just don't call anything.
Some of our best goal-scoring opportunities came on the penalty kill.
I know.
Just please keep Nyes away from the net. That's all I ask. Marner's shots blocked. Reinhardt trying to reach it. He can, but he's run out of room.
What?
Oh,
damn.
Damn, Barkov could not corral that rebound.
Freaking hell.
Typical Chats player. We had enough. We had one Leafs fan so far in here spamming, so they were put in timeouts. It's funny because there's been very few shenanigans by trolls tonight. 2 minutes to go in the period. A minute left on the Toronto power play. Nosek will be the first to reach the puck. Now it's him who gets the clear. OEL shots deflected out of play. 1:37 to go in the second. 40 seconds left on the Toronto power play.
Yeah, does Barkov get this shot? The rebound?
David thinks we might have more shorthanded shots than they have power plays.
Oh.
The selling out of the shot block there. The Leafs moved around nicely. Nice did a good job of loading. Goal line. Again, it's all about adjustments on the power play. Not much going on.
Leafs win another face-off. Morgan Riley shot.
Oh.
Mikla
out?
No, not yet. Mikla still has the puck. Now he sends the puck all the way around. Held in by the Leafs.
Shit.
Morgan Riley. What a save by Bob.
Bubba.
10 seconds left. Domi tries to center it. Easy clear for the Panthers. 1 minute to go in the second period. Forsling collects the puck, sends it up ahead. That's offside. That would be offside.
Yeah.
And we touched
blow
it.
The whistle now, please.
Go Kachuk says, what do you think about Marchand getting game winner in overtime? Well, it was great. It was great in game 3. It was beautiful. if he managed to do it for the second game in a row.
No, I want to win this one.
I
going
want to
away tonight.
I want to win this one in regulation too. But if it must go to overtime,
Right.
Marchand in overtime for the second game in a row, I would pay good money to see Steve Dangle's reaction to that.
Oh,
who is that for Hagee?
Hagee just couldn't get it to Kachuk.
But he does get it to the blue line. Kulikov shot rolls wide. Bennett can't hang on to it. Scott Lawton playing keep away. McCabe under pressure. Kachuk nearly stole the puck from him. Sent back to the neutral zone. We can just play it safe. Rolls in. Tanev with the puck. Kulikov with the puck. Gets the clear.
Oh.
Bennett. That is the
That's it.
end of
Okay.
the second.
All right.
Still a
Oh,
1-0
boy,
lead.
boy. No pressure, no stress.
Yeah.
Just a nice, easy Saturday afternoon in February. Nothing to see here at all. Nothing on the line. No consequences of losing. It's just easy like a Sunday morning.
Now here's a question. Ask the guides this. What?
Oh, it's okay. Go ahead.
If we have our pancakes, do the Panthers get
Yes.
more goals?
We need our pancakes. Yes. When we talk to the camera, we'll get our pancakes.
Colin says it's the Caps versus Canes game in disguise.
Yeah, right.
Hot Dog says sorry for the spam. I was just mad. Well, thank you for the apology, Hot Dog. I know a bit of light trolling never hurts. Just we would prefer not to have the spam. I mean, Joseph Woll is playing very, very well. Yeah, Chucky goal would be huge. Go Kachuk says, I was freaking out on that game winner and my mom was confused on why I was going crazy so much. Had to explain that we just got Marchand and that was big. Hot Dog says, I just hate when a scrub plays good against us. I think, Hot Dog, maybe you're confusing how Woll is playing now for when Woll's goalie partner in crime in Toronto was Ilya Samsonov. Yeah, we've held them to 12 shots on goal. Tim's School of Fish says a quick goal to start the third would be huge. Looking good so far. Yeah, we're in good positions and not making mistakes when on defense. I agree with you, Jeff. Coot says this is classic Pomo playoff. Panthers just score and keep it in their zone so they can't score. Yeah, when our D pinches, someone's getting back to cover them. Holy shit, Dreaming Dolphin says the Pacers are beating the Cavs 80-39. Is this glorious revenge? It says 77-39. 77-39. Pacers over Cavs. Remember when the Heat lost games 3 and 4 to the Cavs by 37 and 55. Oh, here it is. Here's the updated score. 80 to 39. That is a 60. No, excuse me. That is, how much is that? Let me see if I can still do math. That is a 41 points lead for the Pacers at halftime. Go, Pacers, go. Hot Dog says, Halliburton. Jeff says, if we hold this lead, I still feel like this is going 7. Rogelio calls this a good second period, but only 1-0. I'm scared. The Cavs won a game. I hate to break it to you, Cruise Control but Pacers in 5 is looking more and more likely. The Pacers are winning by 41 at halftime against the Cavs. That is just as bad as how the Heat were losing in those last couple of games to the Cavs. Trevor says it amazes me how Nylander's only job is just to sprint towards Bob and expect a pass. Yes, the Pacers made it out of round 1. I think they own Milwaukee now. Yeah, the Pacers made it out of round 1. The Lakers got eliminated in 5 by the Timberwolves. Let's see. Hungry Xenomorph says, my brother is riding the Zamboni at the game. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Jack Lawn says, thanks for the stream, by the way. Can't get the TNT or radio broadcast in Colombia. Hello, Jack Lawn. Jack Lawn is saying hi to us from Colombia. Wow, thank you. It is an honor to be able to provide the coverage. Yeah, Celtics didn't blow a 20-point lead this time versus the Knicks in Game 3. Florida man is calling it now. Marshy is getting another goal tonight. Yeah, the key will be not allowing breakaways and staying out of the box. All right, here are my playoff pancakes. Playoff pancakes. McGobbin says we are getting goalied. It's not as frustrating because we're winning, but you're afraid that Bob is going to let in a stinker and we aren't going to be able to score again.
Able to stay on his forehand, bumps it off to Rodriguez. He uses the wall to pass it to himself. An incredible play. And look at this hand-eye by Reinhardt. After we get the replay here, it's going to pop out, but on the zone entry, Rodriguez slides it over. Look at this hand-eye. Incredible. And just as a result of Toronto being on the ropes and stuff, you see 3 guys below the goal line. Well, it was a positive thing at the other end because they didn't have possession. But in this case, Reinhardt does. You can't have 3 guys sucked in when you guys got wide open in the slot. So Florida just incredible in the D zone and really not allowing Toronto to establish much possession, pinning them against the wall and then overloading so they can't get any type of momentum.
Panthers are playing well tonight. Just keep it up and hope we can get a greasy insurance goal against Wall.
So we need to get the goal scoring for Toronto Maple Leafs. We're looking at a guy like Austin Matthews, and he had a great scoring chance in the power play. And he hit the puck in the middle of the ice, perfect pass to William Leonard. But he missed the net. He came into this game third in the National Hockey League with shots on net with 32. You know who's leading the league in missed the net? This? Austin Matthews. What makes Alex Ovechkin so great? The fact that he never misses the net. If we're talking about a guy that can potentially catch Ovi, greatest goal scorer in National Hockey history, it's either Draisaitl or Austin Matthews. But Austin has to hit the net there, Hank. Yeah. He has to hit the net. Gretz talks about it all the time.
Well, if Biff's going to stay calm here for the next few weeks and see Tour in advance, they need Matthews to get going. And I know he has a few apples, but to not have him score goals, that's going to be a big loss for this team. You know, he's such a big part of their success. So 2 goals so far in the playoffs, how do you do? Like, you need to start hitting the net. That's a prime opportunity right in the slot. So we'll see if they can step it up. But it's a good feeling with Toronto. They're only down 1 goal, and it could easily be down 4.
Did you mean most missed nets in playoffs so far, the whole season?
I agree with Tim's school of fish. It would be nice for Erod to get a goal.
Tricks can happen anywhere. So eat cheese and crackers any way you can.
All right. This lady gets it. Use the old noggin there. It's on the tail. Want it? Eat it? Cheese it.
Darn, these chocolate chips are so hard to pick up with a fork. All right. Okay. All right. Pancakes. The pancakes are delicious. Waffles are good, although there is nothing better when it comes to waffles than actually making the waffles yourself with one of those waffle batter machines they have at the free breakfasts in the hotel. Derek says Berube and adding defensemen like OEL is what made you think Leafs would win it all. Psych Guy is predicting Stars versus Panthers in the 2025 Stanley Cup Finals. You heard it first here. You predicted this before the playoffs began. Dennis says Rodriguez hasn't scored, but he's been playing well. It would be nice for him to get one. I mean, Agos are pretty good. Agos are pretty good. Lobo Paul, we're doing all right. We're doing pretty good. Panthers with a 1-0 lead after 2 periods. Derek asks an important question. Are the Jets choking or are the Stars a much better team? I think Mikko Rantanen has become a man possessed.
Yeah.
Did he score?
I think he had a goal and 2 assists tonight.
Tim's School of Fish says the Stars are a better team. Mikko Rantanen is on a mission. Hard not to root for that guy.
Busy on the drum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, these were busy bets, and none of them have hit so far in this game. Busy bets basically had Leafs to win and several different players. Dad, come here. Look. They got the rats on the table. There's this is great. Did you see him just before a cutaway? He's like, give me those bullets. The little rat figure should have mini Marchand's jerseys on them.
Yeah.
That was the most entertaining Discover Intermission Report segment we've had this entire postseason. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Rantanen had a hat trick in game 1 after he had a hat trick in game 7 against the Avs. Yeah, chocolate chip pancakes and Belgian waffles are delicious. Do we like the Oilers? I don't think so. Duckling says the Oilers have no goalie. All their games are fun to watch because Skinner is always flopping around. Hungry Xenomorph says, can you imagine being the Avs front office having to deal with Rantanen's wrath for the foreseeable future? Riyadh likes the Lightning, predicts a 2-0 Florida victory for the final score. Drew says, I have a very important question too. Will we win this before overtime so I can wake up and not be exhausted for work? You mind getting some water?
Yeah.
Thank you. Your local Panthers fan says, I also have trauma from the Game 4 watch party at Emirates against the Oilers. You stayed the entire time when the Cats went down 8-1.
Yes, he is a very nice bird. Only pay for what you need.
All right.
Memorial Day savings are going on now with Ashley. Summer is heating up.
Oh yeah, I might as well say wishing a happy Mother's Day to any mothers out there watching us right now.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day. Okay. All right. No stress. No pressure.
Yeah.
No nothing.
Grandma was very happy.
Yes. She texted me too. Okay.
And my mom liked her gift. I got her $40 at Outback.
Right.
Jeff says Wool took a drink from Michael's secret stuff. The start of the third period.
Okay.
Okay. Mikkola with the puck after the Panthers win the face-off. It rolls around the boards. McCabe and Tanev able to collect it.
If only we had experience in close one-goal playoff games.
Apparently, the Panthers are 4-0 this playoffs after having the leads in this after the second period. Of course, that includes Game 3, where it still went to overtime. Let's see. Drew says he loves watching games with y'all.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we had someone here saying hello from Colombia because he doesn't get the broadcast or the radio. All right, so Forsling clears the zone. OEL collects the puck, passes it to Benoit, back to OEL. Bob slows it down and then just watches as Lorentz is the first to the puck. Brian says nerves at it again.
Oh, yeah.
The Mercs fan says, just play keep away for 20 minutes.
Uh-huh. Oh.
What just happened?
Bennett accidentally knocked OEL in the wall.
Please, God, not again.
It was unintentional. It was just a little bump, and then OEL went backwards over him.
Jack Long says it stays 1-0 until 3 minutes left. Cats get an empty net goal to finish it. I'll take that.
I'll take that.
Brian says we can never dominate a game on the scoreboard. Tell that to the Lightning.
Well, I think what he's saying is we never do it the easy way.
Psych guy says, wow, game 3 overtime was insane. If we had lost that, season would be over and this game would be meaningless. Verhaeghe does not win that faceoff. Tanev gets the clear. Kachuk at center ice able to help Verhaeghe dump the puck in. McCabe, a collision with Bennett. And unfortunately, it rolls past Bennett. Tanev, the puck batted down by Bennett, allowing us to retake control. Mikkola enters the zone. He takes the shot. Woll makes the save. 17:55 to go. A Mercs fan says, Kyle, keep up the commentating. It is so enjoyable when you're commentating. Thanks. Blair says, as a Leafs fan, I hope that Stolars can come back quick. The funny thing is not really Woll's.
No, I mean, Woll's playing outstanding.
Woll's been playing.
We should just praise him. We should just continue to praise him. Oh,
the puck was loose, but Woll managed to close his legs over the puck. Kazuma says, I actually prefer watching the game on mute and listening to Kyle.
Hear that, kid?
Burned Oil says, great work from your team to have taken a hold of things after the series became 2-0 for the Leafs. Shows how great of a team the Panthers are regardless of the outcome of this series.
Yeah. Whenever we do, whoever eliminates us, it's not going to be easy. Whenever that happens, this year, next year, the year after, I'll be 60. We'll still be like, we've never streamed a playoff game after we've been eliminated.
Carlo hammers it high. It's one of the highest danger chances.
Yep, here comes Luosterainen.
Luosterainen with the puck.
Whoop.
Oh, what a tip.
God. Oh,
Marchand
right
in
there.
front.
Man.
He does collect the puck, chooses to send it around.
Oh,
It rolls to Lundell.
Oh,
He's
good.
able to
Woo.
hold it in, but he gives the puck away.
that was almost a break the other way. What's that?
Ryan Roy,
Hey,
thank you for
Ryan.
the 2.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Ryan.
Says, if we lose this late, it could be a killer. Let's go.
Oh,
back.
shit. Oh, shit.
What a
Bubba,
save
Bubba,
by
Bubba,
Bob.
Bubba, Bubba. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Breathe.
boy.
Everybody breathe.
Oh.
Everybody breathe. Woo.
10 if the Leafs are starting to wake up a little here. I would prefer the Panthers get this second goal as soon as possible. McCabe with a shot, deflects wide. Pacioretty now with the puck over to John Tavares. Looking.
Good job, Kachuk.
So it rolls over to McCabe, who's able to hold the puck in.
Still need a clear. We should get one here now.
For Hagee, finally gets the clear.
All right.
Batted down at the center ice. Kachuk with
Kachuk.
You just had to praise Kachuk, but
Okay, it's out.
thankfully we get the clear,
Okay, we got
and
out
it
of
will
that whole
not.
sequence.
It will not be icing.
I won't praise him ever again. Unless he scores, and we'll ring the bell for him.
Oh,
boy,
no!
what's that?
What is that? That is Rodriguez.
Oh, embellishment again. Shit.
I hope he's okay. What happened here? OEL apparently laid out Rodriguez while the puck was nowhere near them. He is still not moved. Right there.
Oh, I was looking the other way.
He just shoulders him.
Did he get him in the head?
Oh, damn. That looks
Ugh.
Rodriguez still, now he's able to stand up.
Yeah, I guess Samaskevich is going to get his shot next game because he's woozy as freaking hell.
Here's another look. Wish there was a better. Right there. Yeah. Vera, it's under review.
Right. Damn. So now what are you going to have to move Verhaeghe back up? What do you do? Because you don't have Boquist on the ice either. Oh, what do you do now?
Smokey Dog says some Maple Leafs fans in the arena are cheering on the injury and waving bye to him. Well, congratulations, you just spotted the trash Leaf fans.
Right.
Blair thinks that was shoulder to shoulder. To be fair, we're still waiting for a decent angle, but
right. Yep. I knew that was coming.
Well, there's no angle I saw that shows direct
I
contact
know.
to the heads. So we are back on the power play.
Right.
Goat Slayer says, I can assure you Dangle doesn't condone those Leaf fans' actions. I would certainly hope not. What a save against Nyes by Bob.
All right, let's just make them pay for this one.
Yeah, just get the goal.
That's all.
It's immediately a clear. So we've been 1 for 5 on the power play.
Oh, damn it.
Tkachuk able to at least send it back to Verhaeghe. Jones with the puck over to Barkov. Shoots deflected. Yes, Jones has been on power play 1 for a while.
Yeah, damn it.
Bob over to Reinhart. Over to Tkachuk. Verhaeghe with the puck. Back to Reinhart. Reinhart tries the backhand. Let's see. Reinhart over to Jones. Over to Verhaeghe. Back to Jones. Jones shot goes wide. And it's cleared, and it's a breakaway for Nyes. And he missed.
Bubba.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Woo.
Woo was right.
That is the last thing we needed to do was give up a breakaway short-handed goal to Matthew Nyes. Just
okay. Oh, Jesus
Marchand's,
Christ. Come on, guys. Get it together.
Marchand's just completely left that puck.
Okay. Ekblad's not going to catch up to that. All right. Well, that's going to ended up killing 2 minutes.
Lawton, backhander misses. That is the end of the power play. Lundell trying to give the puck to...
Jesus. Wake up, guys. Let's go. Okay. Finally.
Offsides.
All right. Take a breath. Good Lord.
Apparently, a lot of people in the chat are blaming Seth Jones for surrendering that breakaway chance.
Well, I mean, he fell down. I mean...
Blair just says, damn it.
Oof.
All right.
Okay.
But as a member of Navy Federal, his finances aren't one of them. Become a member.
Well, hopefully Erods will be okay.
Hopefully he's okay.
You're sick.
I know you said we didn't see a clear picture. Seems a little bit. He looked like he got hit in the head. I don't know if he hurt himself when he fell or whatever, but considering how the power play went, I'm glad it was only 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
True says every game is by 1 goal. I think it's safe to say these guys are pretty balanced.
Yeah.
Irish Explorers saying hello. Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Blair hopes that Erod is okay.
Yeah, I hope so too. I don't know what we do the rest of this game now.
Probably put Verhaeghe back on the first line and have perhaps either maybe Lusterine and Lundell taking.
No, you don't want to break up that line. I think you just double shift some of the guys. You're gonna have to let Greer get up there or shift. I think you just double shift guys.
Excalibur Force says hello. True says my mom is so worried about Rod.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay.
One of the linesmen slipped and fell, so he had to get a skate blade repaired. Dominic says Seth Jones is the Panthers 2-up. So I see Nosek. They put Nosek up with Reinhardt and Barkov.
Yeah.
So they're having 4 flying guys double
that's
shift.
what they're gonna have to do.
Forsling.
Those guys got
Over to
plenty of
Reinhardt.
legs right now. so-
Reinhardt sends it wide, goes to Forsling, back to Barkov at the side of the net. Nosek trying to keep it alive. Tavares working for the puck. We go for the change. Hey, Ryan Roy, thank you
Hey,
for
thank
the
you, Ryan.
5.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you,
Ryan.
Ryan. He says, the donations have been light. Come on, chat. These are our boys. Jaws, what was your prediction?
Well, for the series, appreciate that, Ryan. The series was Panthers in 6. I did not do a score for tonight. I don't want to say what I said in the pregame because I don't want to put out the juju. I don't want to change it.
So,
But I would like to continue to say how great Wall is playing. Don't you think he's playing great? He's fantastic. He's just been unbeatable tonight.
Hey, TK, thank you for the 20.
Hey, thank you, TK.
Thank you,
brother.
TK. Thank you.
Thank you, TK. Thank you, bud. Yeah, Wall is just, I mean,
Yeah.
seriously, he couldn't play any better.
True says, please, God, no overtime.
Oh,
Metallic says, I'm so scared. Well,
don't be scared. All right?
Aaron Ekblad has apparently been on the ice for over 2 minutes now.
Ekblad,
Ekblad,
don't do nothing stupid.
he wants a break. He wants to get off the ice.
Just go back. Out. Last thing we need is anybody doing something dumb.
Now, to the Leafs fans in the chat, on this question, the off-season moves and the trade deadline moves for the Leafs this past year, do you believe that the Leafs were trying to specifically counter a team like the Panthers in the playoffs? Or were they trying to get past the Boston boogeyman? Which one haunted them more in recent years? For Hagee, because the beefed up defense definitely has done wonders for the Leafs this year, and so has the quality goaltending. It's no longer the high-end talent is still there, but it's not carrying everything on their backs.
Right. Ah, okay, good. Get to it, Jones. Ah!
Okay, puck rolls around. Leafs have been slowly looking better.
Well, they're going to press, right?
Yeah, Reinhardt tries to steal the puck. We have 2 men back, so...
Yes. Okay, and one of them is Barkov, so that's like 3 men.
Blair says, as a Leafs fan, we were trying to get past the first round and win the cup. Yeah, the Leafs are physical now as well. Well, getting guys like Carlo, Lawton, that will do it. Those were just the trade deadline acquisitions alone.
All right, let's go. Dump it in. Or rebound. Oh, they don't. We almost put it in on their own.
Benoit looks like he was going to put the puck in the net for us,
which we'll take at this point. We're not
that
proud. If they want to put it in their own net, under 10 minutes to go.
We are over halfway through the third.
If only we had a memory of going through something like this. You know, with a 1-goal lead.
Yeah.
Late in an important game. You seem to recall something similar to this. There you go.
Nylander.
Give him some juice.
Nylander enters the zone. Schmidt gets hit.
Yeah.
OEL. Bob gloves it.
Bubba.
Bob gloves it with
Can
9:03
we
to
have a
go.
commercial now? I'd like to take a breath.
Yes,
Thank
here's
you.
your.
Thank you for the commercial. Appreciate that.
Drew asks,
Jesus.
is Rodriguez back?
I didn't see, but I did not see either.
Blair says, as a Leafs fan, I'm happy we got Stolars. He is 6'5", such a good goalie. Yeah, the Leafs, simply the latest benefactor of the Panthers.
Fix a player program. That's what we do.
No,
The Florida Panthers rehabilitate your career program.
Well, it's more specifically the Panthers supply every team in the Atlantic with a starting goalie.
Yes, that too.
Montembeault, Stolars. Who else? I know there's more.
Well, Buffalo thought they had one in Devon Levi. It's not just the Atlantic. It's the East, because Markstrom with the doubles.
Markstrom. Yeah, poor dude. He played his heart out, and the Devils just were too injured to give him any support in the first round. And of course, Spencer Knight might be a future.
Well, at least we were smart enough to send him to the Western Conference.
Yeah, to a team still deep in a rebuild.
Yeah, until Montreal offer sheets him, and then we're screwed.
What?
I said until Montreal offer sheets him, and then we're screwed. No, they like Dovish. They feel like Dovish could be.
Yeah.
He was just a rookie.
Alex Lyon with
that's
Detroit.
right.
That's the
Yeah.
one we're missing.
That's the one, yeah.
The Luongo Goalie Rehabilitation Academy.
Yeah, really. No joke. We couldn't fix Vanacek, though.
Give it time.
No, he won't stay. I don't think he'll stay.
Yeah,
I'd be shocked if we went into next year with him as the backup. It won't be long before you want to see, I don't think next year, but at some point you're going to want to give Cooper Black a look.
Yeah, that's probably the plan, is let Cooper Black develop under Bob, both Bobs.
Yeah, exactly. What's that?
Hey, Green Loogie,
Hey,
thank you for
Green.
the 10.
Thank you, Green Loogie.
Says,
Thank you, bud.
Let's snag another goal and roll
Yes.
this.
Yes, I agree.
Psych Guy thinks Bobrovsky and Ottinger are the best two goalies in the league.
I'm not saying that right now at all. No way am I saying that
TK
right now.
says
I
Jonas
think
Johansson.
Woll right now, obviously, Woll is just unstoppable. Nobody can score on him.
Colby says every time Cooper Black makes a great save in the future, painted black by the Rolling Stones needs to be played. And the Leafs iced it.
Come on, get that sucking one now, huh?
Matthew Stapleton says, you guys know I went to school with Cooper Black's brother. He's actually a cool guy.
Very cool.
That is pretty cool. Jonas Johansson.
Yeah, well, we didn't. Apparently we made him good enough to be Tampa's backup. Kinda, I guess.
He's essentially the to the Lightning what Vitek Vanacek is to us.
Something like that. Oh, we win the draw.
Reinhardt sends it over the net.
Over the net.
Dagnabbit.
Come on, guys.
Ekblad.
Oh!
Nosek was
Nosek
right in
was
front, but
right
could not
there.
collect the puck. Ekblad's able to pass it to Barkov. Nosek looking. Oh, man.
Damn.
Reinhardt. That was a wonderful pass by Nosek, and you couldn't collect it. VGK calls Hellebuyck the Peyton Manning of the NHL. All world.
Here comes Bennett.
Bennett with Verhaeghe. What do? Bennett.
Yes! Yes!
Bennett!
Yes! Yes! There it is, baby!
Beautiful.
Yes! Yes! There we
Bennett
go.
for the puppies.
Hey! All right. Beautiful, beautiful play.
Beautiful.
Oh! I'm moist. Oh, my God.
I'm going to pretend you did not just say that.
Oh.
I like the strategy here.
Yes.
It was a bad giveaway by Nylander, and then Bennett, while Verhaeghe
Just
keeps
beautiful. Finally, just had to wait for Woe to get down.
Tanev and McCabe both got tied up with Verhaeghe at the side of the
Yes.
net, and Bennett was all alone in front of Wall.
There we go. All right. Now we got something here.
Now you argue it gets a little harder because the Leafs are going to be
Yes,
pissed.
now we just continue doing what we've been doing. Don't change a thing. Oh, shit. Who just got knocked on his ass?
Domi, Bob with the glove save, and Kulikov and McMahon.
Stop it. Stop. Stop.
Colin says, I speak for the Bennetts.
Stop.
Lamar Jackson is another good comparison, says VGK. Hot Dog says, I want to jump through the screen to celebrate with you guys. Green Lukey,
Hey,
thank
Green
you for
Lukey.
the 10.
Thank you, bud. Thank
He
you,
says,
Green.
Let's fudging go.
I think this is what. Oh, yeah. See that?
Kachuk got hit by McMahon.
Did they call that?
Hey, Silva, thank you for the 2.
Hey, thank you, Silva. Thank you, buddy.
Silva says,
Thank you, Silva.
$2 to make sure Jaws never says moist again. Well, you heard him. You heard him, Dad.
I think it's gonna take about a couple for four figures. I'll never say that again. Oh my God.
7:31 to go. Panthers with the 2-0 lead.
Okay. Oh boy. Let's go now.
Pineko, thank you for the 5.
Hey, thank you, Peanut. Thank you, bud.
Says, I said at the beginning of the stream, 2-0 Cats. Wall Bob is back. Lusterainen just stole the puck from Wall, able to pass to Marchand back to the blue line. Jones tries for deflection.
Just keep pounding them, boys. Just keep pounding them.
Do not change a thing.
Do not change anything.
We had 3 men back that time.
That's right. That's fine.
Marchand
There we
able to
go.
get the
And
clear.
out.
Carlo will reach the puck first.
Let's go.
All right.
What a play by Bennett to just have that patience to wait.
Ekblad gets credited with an assist.
Yeah. Oh.
So Carlo sends it into the corner. Barkov able to pass to Nosek. Eric
nice
Paul
call
says,
by Maurice to just put Nosek there. I would have never thought about that.
On the top line.
Yep. He's not double shifting or anything. He just put Nosek right up there.
Yeah, well, he's our most experienced he's our 4C, right?
Yeah, he's our 4C. But you wouldn't immediately think to when your top line left winger goes out, you wouldn't immediately think to put the fourth center up there.
Kulikov.
So that's a
shot saved by Wall.
I'm sure Maurice has those circumstances in his head. You know what I mean? Before the games, like if this guy goes out, I don't know who he's going to put there.
Blair says, Stolars, please come back.
Yeah.
I mean, Wall just got hung out to dry by his teammates on that one. So, Eric Paul saying about Bennett, pay him.
Yeah. Oh boy! All right, we got to finish.
Yeah,
gotta finish.
There's still a lot of time left.
Hey, there's a lot of time left on that clock.
Tim's School of Fish says this has been a damn near mistake-free game from the Cats.
They look terrible. I'm not praising anybody. Nope, they look like ass. They need to settle it down and lock it down here these last 6 minutes. This is awful. This continues, I'm going to rant. Nope. Not catching me slipping. No.
Ghost
no.
Slayer says 30-plus shots and only 2 goals. Wall is definitely a wall and is goaling the shit out of us. Yeah. Spinga says, Leaf fan coming here from the Steve stream. Hello.
Very cool.
Hello,
Thank you for
Spingas.
joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Is Steve doing all right? Is he doing okay?
I'm sure he's doing okay. He's been pretty even-headed about this the whole time, with the exception of the Colin Campbell stuff.
Spinga says, goalie we've been complaining about for the whole series finally has an amazing game. Let's take seven penalties.
Yes. Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
I mean, we were suffering through that earlier this series, but not to that extent.
Not to that extent.
Like.
All right, look at that.
Spinga says Steve is not doing all right,
He's not
unfortunately.
doing okay.
Carlos says, good evening, fellas. Been very busy for Mom's Day. Let's freaking go, Cats.
Let's go. All right, hey, pump it. All right, let's go. Reinhardt. Ooh.
All right.
Just keep it back there, guys. 5.5 left.
Okay. Crasher says, Leaf fans here. Love the channel, guys. You guys have been fantastic tonight. Not going to lie, Wall has been the best player for the Leafs tonight, but Bob has been awesome too. Very fun.
Yeah, this is as close of a series as you're going to get, these two teams. Appreciate you joining us.
There probably is a way to re-sign Bennett to answer Kane Sheet's question, but it might cost us Ekblad's. Bennett and Ekblad are free agents.
Right.
We already paid for Hagee, so we don't have to worry about that.
Right.
Less than 5 minutes to go.
All right, let's go. A third one would really... I wonder how long until they take Wall out.
It can't be too much longer. Probably another minute. Or as soon as they have an extended possession.
No, not yet. He's not even looking.
So, yeah, the story of this game has essentially been classic Panthers.
All right, let's finish this.
We have to finish it.
We have to finish this.
This is all sorts of shades of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Hurricanes. A team that's,
No, Toronto, look, the series, anything is still happening in this game.
Like,
just get through this game.
Essentially, this series...
Okay, Brad Marchand had a breakaway in Game 5 against Boston, and all of their fans were like smoking a doobie before that puck went in, except it didn't go in.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know what I mean?
Well,
just keep it in. Just keep
Reinhardt with the puck. You could compare this series to what it would look like if the Canes had taken the first 2 games in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Right.
I mean, every game just unbelievably close between two of the best teams in the East. Crasher says, cheers, Panthers fans. It's been a lot of fun. It's funny how this is also a low-scoring game, like the current series between the Canes and Capitals, but this is actually entertaining. $3:16 to go in the third.
In that? Sorry.
He has to be. Isn't this?
Yeah, they iced it, right? I think. So I would assume if Rodriguez is out, they'll just leave Nosek there and put Sturm in at 4C.
Yeah. True says Nosik's been playing great hockey.
Yeah, no doubt.
Blair says, as a Leafs fan, I do wish that Marner and Matthews would score. It would help out a lot. And Joseph has been playing unreal this game.
Yeah, I mean,
let's see, 3 minutes to go in the third. And I imagine this is the part of the game where the Panthers simply go to shut it down.
There goes Wall.
There goes Wall.
All
The
right.
net is empty for Toronto. So this is the most crucial stretch of the game. We just could not get that clear.
All right.
Matthews, it rolls to Nylander at the side. He passes.
Oh, that's out.
That's out.
That's out.
A costly
that's yeah.
loss of the puck by Morgan Riley.
That's the word.
Yeah, Kane's Caps has been a snooze fest. I wish those were the late games. And
right.
I mean, Edmonton and Vegas has been insane, but those games has started 9:30.
But we kind of took some time this weekend because we know
Yeah.
it looks like all of these are going 6 or 7, and we're not going to be missing the late games when they're that late in the series.
Yeah. Spingus says Matthews is saving his maximum 1 goal of the series for Game 7. So I assume the Leafs just took their timeout. 2:31 to go. We have over 300 people watching, including at least one Leafs fan joining us over from Steve Dangle's stream. A very courteous and respectful Leafs fan. Yeah. We've only had to deal with all of like 2 spammers.
After the first night, everything's been great, really.
Yeah. Well,
I think people are new and they don't really understand what we're doing here. And then once they figure it out, it's like there's no reward for the spamming and the trolling. You know what I mean? Once they figure it out, they don't. Oh, here we go.
Reinhardt has the puck intercepted on the empty net shot attempt.
That's going to be out
bounces.
Again. That's out.
It goes
there
out.
We go out again.
Nosek with the puck, getting pressured, but he goes back to Leafs possession. Green Loogie says Steve Dangle screams more than a step dance.
That's cleared.
Another clear.
And it's not icing either.
Marner first to reach the puck. Marchand is there. Marchand has the puck. He sends it towards the empty net, but it's blocked by Marner. Marner
He's been playing goalie this whole time.
Yeah. Another not yet.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
I thought that was going
yeah. I thought that. I thought. Okay, so Tavares has been on the ice for 2.5 minutes. Shots kicked out by Bob.
Okay.
Mikkola with the puck. I think he's trying to get it to Bob to glove it. Now it rolls to Nylander.
1 minute left.
Starting now. 1 minute to go. Marner sends it to Tavares.
There we go.
Yeah, you can just keep it there in the corner. Either keep it in the corner or get the clear. Mikkola fighting against Nyes and Matthews.
Yep. That is beautiful. They just can't get it.
Now
finally
Matthews
they got it out and they
and
gave it right to us.
It's a clear. It's
and
not
it's
far
not
enough
an icing. Is it? No, they did call it.
They did call it icing.
They did call it with 26 seconds left. The dude, he killed 25 seconds by himself.
Yeah.
At least 20.
Jen says, hey, Jaws and Kyle
Hey,
from
Jen.
Amaranth Bank Arena.
All right.
Hello.
Thank you, Jen.
VJK says, "Where's that IDK guy that's supposedly the Panthers?"
Trust me, he wants everything he says. He wants the opposite to be true.
Yeah, Forsling gets the puck. It rolls out of the zone. Luosterainen.
Marsh. 20 seconds left.
Here we go.
Puck goes back around. Ekblad.
Oh, there's a couple of shoves. We might get a scrum.
Yeah, they're trying to hit Barkov. The clock is done. The game is over.
The game is over.
The game is over.
Panthers
and the
win.
series just started. Thank you, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. Says, I want you to get the word out there that we back up.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got a rumble in the corner.
Yep. I mean, when somebody did something when Barkov is pissed off, Ekblad's always mad.
Jeff gifted 20 memberships.
Holy crap. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you,
Jeff.
brother.
Rats on the ice. Rats in the chat.
Beautiful thing.
Derek, thank you for the 2.
Thank you, Derek. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated, bud.
We're going 6.
Oh, and we're at least 6, right?
That's guaranteed now. The series is tied at 2.
Series is tied. Okay.
Hey, Pineko, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, Pineko. Thank you, bud. Thank you.
Hold it 2-0. Wall Bob. There's a Bruins fan there.
Because Marchand, right?
Yeah, Marchand. Spinga says this is pretty much a repeat of games 4 and 5 in the Ottawa series. Yeah, for the Leafs. Well, the Leafs were able.
That's what they're talking about. Domi hitting Barkov from behind.
Trey, 2 puntos.
Hey,
thank you, Trey.
Thank you, buddy.
That is Sergei Bobrovsky's 5th career playoff shutout.
Okay.
Bob with the shutout tonight.
So my entire pregame was talking to Bubba, telling him he needed to steal one tonight.
Amanda, thank you for the 5.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you, Amanda.
She says that was absolutely disgusting by the Leafs. I mean, you saw it, I didn't.
Yeah, Barkov was just standing there, and Domi came up and popped him in the back to board him. But Barkov's okay.
Barkov's okay.
Yeah, he was
That's
fine.
really all that matters. The series is tied at 2.
All right, I'll be back. I'm going to go yell at the camera. Now we don't play again until Wednesday, so we were able to empty the tank tonight. We get the day off.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right.
All right.
A convincing,
yes.
A convincing 2-0 win in spite of Wall playing.
Since Toronto was up 3-1, the only goal they've gotten was the one that Jones put in our own net.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Joseph Wall played amazing tonight, but Bobrovsky was able to duel him in the goaltending department, and the Leafs did not support Wall at all. Marlins fan says these games are not good for my health. Hey, at least we've won these last 2. The series is tied at 2 going to Toronto, so it becomes a best of 3, essentially. Real Brother Gene says, brother, that's 66666 shutout. Ryan Roy says, I got a membership. Let's go. Thanks, whoever did that. You probably can thank Jeff Talbot for that. Hey, TK, thank you for the 5. Yeah, Yandel brought the cat's luck. TK, thank you for the 5. Yeah, Cats win, and Paul Bissonnette gets dunked on. It's a beautiful night. Yeah, the Stars already played and won 5-2. That was Panthers hockey. Let's see. It was a good goalie. Let's see. I'm still catching up. Hey, Cade, thank you for the 5. Says pizza time. Domi, get your will and last testament ready. I do not want the Panthers to go headhunting. Just so we're clear. Thank you, Cade, for the 5. Panthers got the convincing win tonight. If we play like we did tonight for the rest of the series, we can easily win this in 6. Yes, Morgan Riley did put in 2 goals for the Panthers in Game 3, including it was the first goal and the last goal for the Panthers. Spingus says Woll and Bob both seem to have gone to their game, so I expect more normal hockey for the next games. Watch Game 5 be a 7-6 overtime game because you said that. Let's see. Rick says, I wasn't worried. This team is incredibly resilient. Yeah, we got ourselves a series. Let's see. I mean, VGK, I will not discredit the idea that the series goes to 7. The Leafs already rallied themselves after losing 2 games in a row in the first round. Let's see. So, Cuban asks, where is Jaws? He's doing the recap. The ending portion. So yeah, we got ourselves a series. Yeah, we continue the tradition. The Panthers players are continuing to shoot rats at Marchand after wins. It's glorious. And Bissonnette still has the happy birthday Brad decorations in front of him. There's still a lot of hockey. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I will say if the Leafs don't find a way to rally at home in Game 5 and take that game, then I'm going to highly doubt their ability to rally if they fall down 3-2. Like it could happen. It's tied at 2. The series is tied at 2. There are so many ways that this could go. We are not out of the woods yet. We essentially have brought this series back to square one, where it's evenly matched, and we are headed to a best of 3. Tim School of Fish says, catch you all later. See you next time. Go Cats. Hello, Wevern Low. Watch Medicine, thank you for the 5. Thank you, Watch Medicine, says, Panthers are like the dad who let their toddlers have a 10-second head start in a race to make it interesting. Oh, so Domi needs a game suspension. I don't know if Domi is going to get suspended. And I do not want the Panthers to get caught up in retaliation. Real Brother Gene says, night, Kyle. Kenneth says, good evening, all. Shadow Wolf says, we need to steal Game 5 and finish this series on Friday on home ice. Yeah, I like that because even considering it's the Leafs, there's no way that the Leafs roll over and die in game 5, was it? Game 5 on their home ice again. Well, let's see.
Just got to come ready for puck drop next game. All right, we'll wrap there. That's a good time because we're joined by the birthday boy himself.
Let's see. David said it's just game 1, but we dominated Leafs in all phases of the game. Best game of the playoffs so far. Yeah, happy birthday to Marchand. Spinga says same. You, as a Toronto fan, of course, you hate Bennett, Kachuk, Marchand, all of them, but you go after them. Barkov is pure class. Yeah, taking cheap shots at Barkov is it's not a good look, Domi. See you later, Mr. Krabs. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Game 5 probably will be insane.
We believe in what we have, and obviously you just take it day by day. Sometimes games go your way, sometimes they don't. But every game's been a battle. You see it out there; it's very tight.
Spinga says a Marchand overtime winner in Game 3, sparking the Panthers to win 4 straight, would make me light my TV on fire and never watch hockey again. Your crash out would probably still be a tamer than Steve Dangle's crash out if that's what happened. Yeah, Ekblad is not a liability. Fernand Gonzalez with an interesting observation. He says, the Leafs think they can play a physical game like us. That is a terrible idea. They need to stick with their style of play. Well, here's the thing. The Leafs this offseason and the trade deadline, they focused on rebuilding their defense and adding physicality specifically so that they would have a stronger back end to complement the goaltending that they're now getting from Stolars and Wool, and still allow the high-end talent to win them games. Berube installed his very grind mentality north-south system on the Leafs in the hope that it would allow them to actually succeed in the postseason. Up until game 3 of this series, it's been working for them.
Legend all over the city, and even more of a legend back in Boston. It's great to see him up there. He can't walk anywhere around this building. He's a god here, so I just treat that.
Ted says, Jaws, Kyle, I called it. I predicted that Bobrovsky was due for a shutdown game. Go Panthers, we got this.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. There's a reason why he's one of the best coaches of all time. Just the message he portrays and the way he gets it across in the room, and the respect he demands.
Marner, Matthews, and Nylander don't need to be physical. They just need to go, here I come to save the day, about 12 times. It used to be about 12 times a game they had to do that. The new system the Leafs implemented in theory makes it so they only have to do that twice, and they win. Yeah, the 96 Rat Slam in the Cup, the 96 Rat Storm in the Cup Finals was incredible. Yeah, we do not want any Leafs players going Mighty Mouse on us. Well, that's what they were doing to us repeatedly throughout games 1 and 2. And the bleeding only stopped. The momentum shifted at some point in game 3. Spinga says Toronto has guys like Nyes and Pacioretty to do the dirty work for the top lines in the forecheck. And it's no coincidence that Nyes and Pacioretty have been two of the most annoying players to deal with if you're the Panthers in this series. Oh, Biz. I think Biz says he just said he's going to shut his phone off for the rest of the night. Biz has just been handed L after L today.
You should be happy. Talk would be so much worse, I think. Don't you think?
Yeah, but I can fire back to Talk. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
He's too handsome. He's just too handsome. Can I change hats though?
Oh, you want to put that one on?
Yeah. We're going 7. You know this series is going 7. We're going to figure things out at home. We're going to be ready for battle. And we're going to take this.
Steve Dingle's going to be pissed, especially towards Bennett. What a show by Bennett. Yeah, Biz is being trolled into oblivion. Like, stop. He's already dead. He just put on the tinfoil hat and said this series is going to 7. Biz, Paul Bizanet, the guy on the broadcast. Derek says, you're back on the case, Bobrovsky. Here's your badge and gun. Yeah, finally a game where we don't surrender 4+ goals. What a novel concept, right? Yeah, he said this series is going 7 as soon as he put that on. He also said he's going to turn off his phone for the rest of the night. Hey, Blair, thank you for the 14.
Hey, thank you, Blair.
Blair says, good game, Kyle and Jaws. Hell of a game. Florida fans, we got a series.
Yeah, no doubt now. Now it's The teams are so even.
It's
What's the games tomorrow night?
uh
Do we get at least Vegas and Edmonton? Or are we stuck with Kings and Washington again?
Well-
Any good game tomorrow?
I assume it's both. Maybe just
No, because it should be.
it's
Tomorrow.
both.
It's both.
Washington,
All right.
Carolina.
All right.
Washington, Carolina at 7.
Right.
Vegas, Edmonton
All
at
right.
9:30.
We're not missing Vegas and Edmonton again. That's absurd. We can't miss that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just have to let it out.
Yeah.
The next game, Toronto needs to work really hard.
Look.
Changing as we move forward here. You see goalies, go up and down in that ranking, but
So, yeah.
the way they play together, helping
These
bond,
teams
being
are
involved,
so even.
that's what you need sometimes.
This is essentially the Eastern Conference Finals against the Hurricanes all over again, except this time the series is tied at 2 instead of absolute brutality towards one team.
Yeah.
Hot Dog says, I'll be here for Vegas versus Oilers tomorrow on stream. Yeah, we ain't missing that again.
No.
Last night it was reasonable to take the night off since we did not know how stressful this game would be. And as it turns out, this was, I don't know about you, Dad, but I was pretty much stress-free throughout the entire game.
Well, that's what happens when you have the experience that we did last year. That's how the team feels. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You know, I mean, we held a 1-goal lead for 30-something minutes
Yeah.
in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yeah.
So you get confident. You know what I mean?
Well, confidence should not turn into cockiness too fast.
It's just lack of stress. Like
Yeah.
you said.
Cuban, thank you for the
Hey,
5.
thank you, Cuban.
Thank
buddy.
you, Cuban. He says,
Thanks,
Jaws, where does Puff the Magic Dragon live? Kyle, are you afraid of the dark?
On the Isle of Annalee. Is that what it's called? Puff the Magic Dragon. Live by the sea.
Well, yeah, you would have been
Yeah.
old enough. You would have been the right age.
I used to hear that on the
TV.
in the land of Annalee. Is that what it? That's what it was. Something like that.
VGK says Jaws looks pretty stressed to me.
And I always have this look on my face.
Ted says Jaws, I called it. I predicted that Bobrovsky was due for a shutdown game.
Yep, yes,
Go
you did.
Panthers, we got this.
Yep.
So, yeah.
And with that. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night. It's much easier to enjoy it now. I'll be live at noon for your viewing pleasure tomorrow, and then Kyle will be live at 2:00. He is doing a dissertation on how
Jaws has run out of ideas to try and get me to do.
He'll be doing a dissertation on the history of the silver dollar. Yeah, that's what he's going to be doing.
Cuban says we should do a 24-hour stream.
Jeez. Yeah, if I had enough other YouTubers, we might do something like that one day. We'll see. All right, everybody.
right.
Thank you all for all the super chats. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
We'll see you tomorrow at noon. I'll see you. Kyle will be asleep as usual.
See you tomorrow, or at least he'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good night, everyone. Well, we'll both see you for the games tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be live for both games tomorrow.
Good night, everyone.